Despite global challenges like the Ukraine-Russia war and high inflation rates, Taiwan's economy has posted strong growth in recent years.
According to the Taiwan Institute of Economic Research's latest forecast, economic growth will stay above 3% for the 8th consecutive year in 2024. But a strong GDP has made little impact to most people's daily lives. Experts attribute this disconnect to the structure of Taiwan's economy.
这几年台湾的经济状况怎么样？
经济状况啊，好像有比之前好啊。我觉得物价上涨的速度比那个薪水成长的还多啊。
应该都有成长吧，从疫情到现在。
台湾现在是不是很好，都有进步啊，只是现在物价太高了。
Over the past 7 years, Taiwan's annual GDP growth has averaged 3.4%, higher than the global average. But that growth has made little impact on the general public. According to the central bank, labor share in Taiwan, or the total wage compensation as a percent of GDP, is on the decline. That is to say, company revenue is growing, but worker wages aren't.
来自于台积电，来自于半导体。
The growth is driven by TSMC, by the semiconductor sector. Half of our economy depends on semiconductors, while the other half depends on services. Growth in the service sector seems to be more limited. Although Taiwan's economy is growing at a high rate and the figures look very good, the reality is that the semiconductor sector employs very few people. Outside of science parks, nobody really receives a share of the gains, so growth in the sector doesn't affect everyone. In South Korea, some industries do drive growth across the board.
Compared to Taiwan, South Korea's economy is more heavily based on the service sector. The global spread of South Korean popular culture has driven development in many related industries. In contrast, capital-intensive manufacturing has prevailed in Taiwan since the year 2000. Meanwhile, most of the service sector is made up of small and medium-sized enterprises, which have a limited impact on wage growth. Last week, Taiwan's central bank surprised markets by raising interest rates by 12.5 basis points in a bid to stabilize prices. Experts say that's not enough.
Taiwan shares are booming, and the market is red hot. Increasing interest rates by 12.5 basis points to cool off the economy is like trying to put out a raging blaze with a water gun. It does signal a warning and pushes slightly on the brakes, but saying that it will have a significant impact on the economy is an overstatement, I think.
The Taiwan Institute of Economic Research projects that Taiwan's economic growth will remain above 3% in 2024.